I think the great thing about having that Prince's Trust booklet with us and having it set out in a structure was that we were kind of, in a way, we were able to sit behind the content of the book and use it as a kind of, as a really nice way in to talking about soft skills, because you can use it a bit like a kind of Trojan horse. So you're talking about music, you're talking about setting goals in music first of all. It's like, right, what do you really want to achieve? And someone will say, oh, well, I really want to write my own hook on a song, and I want to write a 16-bar verse to go into a song in collaboration with someone else. Like, right, great, that's a wicked target. We can easily get that done by the end of the 2 weeks. Like, that's fantastic. Or the week, or whatever we've got. We write it down, how we're going to achieve that target. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna work on it when I go home. I'm gonna work it when I get back to my cell, whatever setting you're in. And you can frame this idea of talking about a journey and making an analysis, a critical analysis of what it's going to take to reach that target endpoint. And then in the second part, you can then start talking about soft skills. So it's like, okay, well, this is what you want to do in the next week, or this is what you want to achieve at the end of the Finding Rhythms course that you're on. What about further than that? A lot of people say, I'd love to sign on to a construction course, or I'd love to one day like open my own restaurant and go to catering school and things. It's like, okay, great. So like, what's our time scale for that? What's our framing? And what do we need to do along the way? And what are the collaborative aspects? Like, why are you going to need to work in a team? All these things. And because we've just been talking about it in the context of music, which is what they're all super passionate about, and they'll talk about music for days and days and days and that creative process, then it's so much easier to kind of have that trust about talking about long-term goals.
It's made me focus more on my long-term and mid goals. You get what I'm saying? My mid-term goals, long-term goals. And like, for example, I want to be a personal trainer. So it's like, for me, it's made me focus more on that, innit? Because like, that's like my mid kind of goals. I think like, my kind of comparison with music and personal training, for me, like, they're both things that takes initiative, innit? For example, from me, to create a workout or to create music. So that's a similarity in it for me. I see a lot of similarities. Yeah, a lot of transferable skills.